So Donald Trump had a big problem with the caravans. Remember that? And it drove him crazy as president. He had to stop this massive wave of humanity that was being funded by far left groups in the United States from assaulting the border. He did stop it. It took him almost 3 years, but he stopped it. They passed the Migrant Protection Protocols, MPP. That was the policy. Didn't have to be voted on in Congress. It was an executive order, the Remain in Mexico policy. All right? The MPP went into effect January 25th, 2019. All right? A year before Mr. Trump left office. Now, that policy said that if Border Patrol encounters you and you don't have a passport, you're not here legally, you go right back to Mexico. And then we'll adjudicate your case from there. That stopped the caravans. It stopped the mass migration. Okay? You all understand? If you don't understand, bill@BillO'Reilly.com. But I think it's fairly clear. But it took the Trump administration almost 3 years to get this up and running. Now, the day that Biden came in to office, January of this year, he's told the world, I'm knocking this policy out. I'm putting it, quote unquote, under review. As soon as he said those two words, under review, all enforcement at the border stopped. All back to Mexico policy stopped. And since that time, 1.5 million human beings, foreign nationals, have breached the southern border. That's all we know about. Those are the ones the Border Patrol encountered. There are probably a million more that got in and nobody saw them. Okay, so this is a colossal catastrophe, especially for Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California, the border states. But you don't see much reporting about this, once in a while. Now, Biden did this by himself, just as President Trump put the Remain in Mexico policy by himself. I mean, obviously he had people helping him with it, but it was him. Biden put it out by himself, okay? And now Biden has no clue on how to stop this massive wave of humanity coming into the United States illegally. He doesn't know how, right? And he doesn't particularly care, I don't think. I don't see any urgency. I mean, just this week he said, okay, now we're going to enforce our policy that if you may have COVID, so we're going to send you back. Just this week that happened because he's getting desperate. The Biden administration's getting desperate. He's being overwhelmed. And remember, when these people come in here, they put them on buses and they send them all over, from Seattle to Key West, from Bangor, Maine to Tucson. They go everywhere. They're not tested for COVID. They're not vaxxed. I mean, if you just step back and look at how destructive and irresponsible Biden's border policy is, staggering. Now I get mails, well, why doesn't he impeach? Nobody's going to impeach him. It's his policy. And the Democrats control the House, which is the impeachment place. Okay, so Biden himself addressed this issue a couple of times, but not in a serious way. On March 25th, here's what he said, and here's what I said. Go.
We're going to be moving within the next week over 100,000. I mean, 1,000 people out of the Border Patrol into safe, secure beds and facilities. We're going to significantly ramp up. We're already out there contacting everyone from getting some of the employees at HHS. There's a lot of them doing other things and move them into making those calls. We're in the process of rearranging and providing for the personnel needed to get that done.
Okay, to get what done? To get notification of minors who come here illegally. They are now going to be set free and sent to whatever information they give the Border Patrol at taxpayer expense. So, I mean, 100,000, 1,000, he doesn't know. So let's go overall here. Joe Biden was not in control of that press conference. He said things that weren't true. He was distracted, to say the least, in his thought process. He used notes and actually read from the notes prepared, okay? And the press just stood there and really didn't do anything. They were as befuddled as Mr. Biden was. Now, the press is very respectful to the president. I think we would all agree, all right? Again, they use no stats at all. No stats, you know, Mr. President, what you're saying about the border isn't really true based on what the Border Patrol says or based on what the polling says. It's not really true. None of them did it. Not one of them brought stats into that, which is just a disgrace. I mean, I've been a reporter for a long time. I mean, these people are not prepared. Now, why? Because they don't want to make Biden look bad. They lacked energy. It was an amazing contrast to Donald Trump when they wanted to hurt him. Okay. So to this day, to this hour, to this second, Joe Biden, the President of the United States, has no policy on the southern border other to let everybody in. Okay. And we're going to suffer grievously because of that. Fellow Americans, I am concerned about the U.S. dollar. Huge debt, as you know. Will it stay as the world's reserve currency? That's why now more than ever, I recommend you diversify with gold and silver. And the only company I recommend, and have for years, is American Hartford Gold. I trust them. I've personally done business with them. They sell physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. And they make it very easy. So call them right now. Make sure you tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Since I have been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold shot up more than 40%. Silver, more than 60%. So don't wait, call them now, 866-501-5201, 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.